Hey up and welcome to Callum's Corner. My watching Leafy is like. It will be. I'll find a comparison to describe watching what Leafy is like. Now, it's not an expose. That's not what I do. It is just my review on Leafy, I guess. So Leafy, he's pretty much the exact opposite of me. He is young. I am old. He hardly shows his face in his video. I only show my face in my video. And he's successful and I'm not, I guess. Well, nowhere near as successful as him anyway. But I have watched his videos, I've researched this, I've watched the expose videos, I've even gone and watched a baited podcast. And I've watched all of Leafy's stuff and I've done it backwards. So I've started on his most recent stuff and I was watching it. I was like, this, I'm going to go on hard. I'm going to go hard on this kid because this is absolute rubbish. And he just looks like a Oompa Loompa, I guess, like gimpy emo Oompa Loompa, gothy Oompa Loompa. But I carried on watching, and I got back to his earlier ones, and actually, I found I quite liked them. I was enjoying them and stuff, and it left me with a feeling of sadness. It's so diluted now compared to what it used to be. It's like an unsatisfying glass of squash. That's what Leafy's like. No, watching Leafy is like making love, but without the happy ending. Is continuous, all these little bits and segments. He just builds you up, but never gets to the bloody point, never lands to kill a blow anymore. It's all this kind of pa 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 pa, and got little spliffs sticking out of his nose and stuff. And I saw one of his videos, he doesn't even smoke the weed. So why is he doing that? Just to make himself look cool? No, idiot. Drugs are nothing to be joked about. But, yeah, I don't know what's happened to him. I just don't know what's happened to him. And obviously all of this stuff has come out, and he's been proven to have been a bit of a shit recently, to be honest with you. And I just think he just needs to go back to basics. He just needs to take a couple of weeks off, maybe get him, take 2 weeks off and get yourself to Vegas. I'll come and take you there. We'll do a couple of vlogs while we're there, and you just need to, you do look like an Oompa Loompa, but you're massively famous, so you're going to get laid and you're going to have fun, and maybe your fame will even throw a bit of shade on me and I'll get a lady. But it doesn't matter, that won't be what it's about. It's just about having fun and just going back to what you used to do. Get your head clear and go back and start, stand up, apologise, say I've been a dickhead, and then go after the people who've come after you, because you're just ignoring it like a little gimp at the moment, a little pussy. You're making more and more videos on FouseyTube as an absolute joke, or Pokemon Go's dad and stuff. And it's like, what? You've got people who have made serious expose videos and you're not even acknowledging it. Everything about you has been proven to have been crap recently. You're just pretending that's not happened. You just can't do that. The YouTube community is a good one and it's a forgiving one. If you hold your hands up and you kind of acknowledge your errors and your mistakes, everyone's going to support you. And even if you lost subscribers, you don't need, it doesn't matter. You've got enough money. Why did you go into YouTube in the first place? If you're like me, you're doing it, you started doing it. I'm still doing it because I really, really enjoy it. It's just great fun. It's good fun sharing videos. And you're already in a better position than almost anyone's ever going to be in terms of financially and stuff. Just go back to doing what you enjoy. And I think people would like it, mate. I think people would like it. It's just left me with a feeling of sadness watching Leafy, and I really hope he does make it back and he can acknowledge that he's capable of making errors. He's got to, because his videos are all about other people's errors. So if he can't be man enough to do it himself, it just doesn't make sense anymore, Leafy. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, so I've revised my opinions on him slightly. I know I'd mentioned him in a video before. I called him the king of YouTube, and a lot of you quite rightly said he's not, and pointed me towards a real king, which is that PewDiePie guy with millions and millions of subscribers. But Leafy was, and still could be, the dark emo overlord of YouTube. Gothy prince. And that's Callum's Corner review of Leafy. Like making love, but not being able to climax.